everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a look that's called Shades of Blue. So right now I'm getting these eyebrows together. I'm putting some of my lash glue on there to tame the hairs down on the eyebrows. And then I'm just going to take a little spoolie brush and comb the hairs upward before I get ready to fill my eyebrows in for the look. So now I'm getting ready to go in with this lip pencil. It doesn't matter as long as it's a brown shade. You could use a lip pencil, an eye pencil, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as it's the shade that fits your eyebrow. So now I'm going to go in with this Juvias Place concealer, and you always use a concealer to clean up under your eyebrows. I'm going to use that flat brush. As you can see, I'm just going in and cleaning up the excess and shaping the brow the way that I want it to look. Once I blend it down, then I take that fluffy brush right there and I just buff out that concealer to make it look nice and even and create that nice and even base for my eyeshadow. Once I get that base together, then I just take the spoolie and comb through my eyebrows again to make sure everything looks good. Then I get ready and clean up the top of my brows using that same concealer to shape and define my eyebrow. Then I go in with that same brush and buff out the top just like I did underneath the eyebrow. Once I make sure that base is together, then I take the P.Louise white base and I prepare to do the base for my eyeshadow. This base is really good. Being that it is white, it helps pick up all the pigment from the eyeshadows that I'm getting ready to use. So after I do the concealer, I take this white base and I just buff it right on top, and that creates just another kind of solid base for my eyeshadows to pop from. Once I complete that, I'm going to go into my Makeup by Yolondo palette, the Jamrock palette. I really love her palettes. They're so pigmented. Look at that. Doesn't it just look so beautiful? So I'm getting ready to go in with this brush, and I'm going to start with that brown color to use as a transition shade. After I make sure that brown shade is really blended in, I'm gonna go in next with this like royal blue shade. Oh my God. Y'all are about to see the pigment on this shade is amazing. Beautiful, right? So I just tap that color on, build up the color, even though it doesn't need much to blend because it is super pigmented. But you just tap that color on until it becomes the shade and consistency that you like it. And then we're gonna move on. Once I finish tapping that color on and building it up, I'm gonna take and blend it out with that brown color that I used as the transition. So I felt like I lost the blue a little bit, so I'm just going back into that royal blue color and tapping it back in to make it pop out a little bit more after I blended it. Sometimes that happens. Once you blend, you feel like you lose a little bit of the color that you're blending. So you just take the same brush and go back in and make that color a little bit more vibrant. So now I'm getting ready to go in with a lighter blue shade, and it kind of has a little bit of shimmer to it. So I really like that. And I'm just gonna tap that color on just as I did the royal blue and build it up to the consistency that I would like it. So once I finish building that color up, I'm gonna go back into the royal blue, take that same brush and just start blending those blues together. I'm adding a little bit more of that royal blue because I really want it to pop up in this eyeshadow look. I don't want to lose that royal blue because it is so pretty. So because I thought I was losing that blue, I decided to go into another Makeup by Yolondo palette and use a darker shade of blue to kind of add to that royal blue and kind of smoke it out. Make sure that it really showed up in this look for me. Once I finally got the blue to the consistency I like, I went in with that white and popped it in the front. As I said in my previous video, it's always nice to pop a little bit of white or a silver or a gold in the front of your eye look to give that look a pop. It really wakes up that eye in the front. And here is the palette that I went into. I forgot to show you all, so I just wanted to make sure I showed you in the video. So I'm continuing to blend those colors together. Blend. You want everything to be blended and seamless in your eye looks. So now I'm getting ready to go in with my Sephora Black Liquid Liner. I really like this liner. For those who don't like liquid liner or find it hard to work with, this is one that I find fairly easy to work with. Again, it is the Sephora Black Liquid Eyeliner. And here you see me just kind of trying to create a little wing, little dramatic look for this eye. It's already given a lot of dramatics with this blue, but I thought adding a little bit of wing liner wouldn't hurt. And here is just a look at the eyeliner that I'm using so that you all could get a visual. Next, I'm going to clean off all that excess makeup and get ready to get into the foundation, honey. Now I'm getting ready to go in with this Morphe primer. I really like it. It's a clear primer that goes on really smooth and prepares your face for your foundation. Once I finish patting that in, I'm gonna go in with my Juvias Place foundation, and I'm just gonna wipe that on my face with my fingertips, and then I'm going to blend it out with my brush. Once I blend that foundation out, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm going to just put that in all the areas that I want a nice highlight. Once I finish with the LA Girl Pro, I add a little bit of that Tarte to boost that highlight. I really like a highlighted under eye, and highlighted nose. So I just take the Tarte and add it in the places that I want it to really, really pop and really be a highlighted area. So I felt that Tarte concealer wasn't bright enough, so now I'm taking a little bit of my L'Oreal concealer and putting it under my eye and my nose just to brighten it up a little bit more. I like it really, really highlighted because it really brings out the features in my face when I highlight those areas. So once I finish buffing it out with the brush, I take my beauty blender and just go over it a little bit to make sure that everything is blended really, really nice and seamless. And it's also preparing me to put on my setting powder to set my highlight. So now I'm going in with the Holy Grail, aka my Sacha Buttercup, and this is my favorite setting powder to set underneath my eyes and my nose and any place that I really want it to be highlighted and set. I really, really love this setting powder, and I always like to put it on with a beauty blender. I just feel like it goes on better that way. As I let that setting powder bake, I go in with that Ruby Kisses all over face powder, and I just buff out those places that don't have the setting powder, and then I wipe off the setting powder with that Ruby Kisses powder to make sure everything blends well together. Once I finish blending out that all over face powder, I go in with the Ruby Kisses darker mineral powder so that I can create my contour on my cheeks. And then I always dust a little bit on top of my forehead too to add a little bit of depth up there. Then I take and go into that same powder and start brushing it onto my nose to create that sculpted look on my nose. You just take that powder and go up into your eyebrow and come all the way down to the tip of your nose, and that creates depth there and it makes that nose look snatched. Make sure you blend that brown down really good. You want it to create a sculpted look, but you don't want it to stand out and be too noticeable. Then I take that beauty blender and add a little bit more of that setting powder down the middle of my nose so that it can really give that snatched look. So now I'm going to take my NYX Dewy Finish setting spray and I spray that all over my face and let that dry down so that my face doesn't look too powdery. Once that dries down, I'm going to go into my L'Oreal liquid highlighter. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and take a little bit of that highlighter and just brush it on my cheekbones as I smile to get right there on that cheekbone. Guys, make sure that you really blend out that liquid highlight. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to work with. That's why you see me really blending it so that it doesn't look too harsh. I also go back in with that contour brush and just kind of blend it down a little bit more. And now I'm gonna go into that pink and add a little blush look, which also kind of calms that brightness of the highlight down, but it doesn't take it away. So now I'm going in with my K.Kimberly eyelash glue and I'm just gonna put that on the waterline of my eyelid so that I can prepare to put my eyelashes on. So once that glue warms up, I'm going into my K.Kimberly Beauty eyelashes in the style Kimberly. So if you like this style of lashes, go to www.K.Kimberlybeauty.com and purchase some. I just love these lashes. Aren't they so extra and beautiful? Now I'm going in with a white eyeliner pencil just to add a little bit of highlight to my waterline and give my eye a pop underneath. And now we have reached the end. It is time to do the lips and complete this look. I am taking a brown lip liner and lining around my lips, overlining them just a little bit to give them more of a full look. Once I finish with the liner, I'm adding a nude matte lipstick from Sephora. I think it's called Perfectly Nude. I will put it down in the description bar below, but I just love this lip combo. It is like my go-to. And there you have it. This is the completed look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends or family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.